Hey, Chef Austin with EverythingKitchens.com. We're your source for high-quality countertop appliances, cutlery, and dinnerware. Today, we're going to be unboxing the Carey Smart Canner. All right, let's see what we got in the box. So we've got the canner itself. So nice big pressure canner here. We're going to go in our 360 view in just a second to show you all the cool features of it. We've also got the pot insert. This is an aluminum pot. It's got a non-stick coating on the inside. Guys, this is huge. This is 9 quarts big, and that's about 4 of these guys that can fit in here simultaneously. And what else we've got? We've got our detachable power cord. If your power cord ever goes out, this looks like one of those standard, almost computer-like power cords. We've got our, this is for your cans. So you put this on the bottom, and this prevents your cans from touching the bottom so they don't bust. And we've got our steamer rack. This is also a cooker, so you can use the steamer rack for when you're making recipes. And the cool thing about this, we've got 2 of these guys. These are pressure valves. We'll show you a little bit more about these in just a second. And of course, we've got our paperwork. So we've got a warranty registration card. We've got this nice message saying, don't call Everything Kitchens if you have a problem. Call Carey, the manufacturer. They are experts on this device, and they can help you out if you're having an issue. And of course, we've got the Smart Canner manual. So I cannot stress how important it is to read this guy. This is a very powerful piece of equipment, and it has a basic LCD on here, and it will tell you all of the codes and what those mean in here. So be sure to read this over. There's a couple recipes in here, actually, just a page of them. It's actually going to recommend to use any pressure canning recipes that you already have or from official websites. So we've got all that. We're going to go into a 360 view, and we're going to give you the rundown on the Smart Canner. The Carey Pressure Canner is a really cool device. It's one of the only types of its machines on the market right now. It's an electric pressure canner. So your standard pressure canner is a big, archaic looking aluminum thing. You have to use it on your stovetop, and you have to know how to use it. You have to get up to pressure manually by adjusting the stove. You have to, once it gets up to pressure, you have to make sure it stays at that pressure. If it gets too high, you have to turn the stove down. There's so many little nuances you have to learn to start pressure canning manually. That's where the Carey does all the work for you. It simplifies some of the hardest steps of pressure canning. So what this is going to do, it's going to bring it up to pressure automatically. It's self-regulating, so it's going to know when it's at pressure, and it's going to automatically start timing and beeping and letting you know when your food is done. So that's the ease and convenience of the Carey Smart Pressure Canner. It's really cool, and it's a multi-device. It can also do cooking as well. So if you wanted to do a pot roast for dinner or cook rice very fast, this can also do pressure cooking functions as well. So let's take a look at all the pieces and parts of this guy. On the front, we've got the digital interface right here. We're going to swing him around. It's got a nice brushed stainless steel body, a couple of handles on the sides here. Got our power cord plugged in the back here, so nice, very long power cord, and it is detachable too if you need to store it. Right here, we've got a condensation catcher. So as this gets up to temperature, it's going to start steaming that water. That water is going to just kind of drip down into here and then catch right here. And we'll turn this guy back around, and we're back at the front. Let's look at the lid real quick. The lid is easy locking, so you can just turn it to lock and unlock. And this is a great safety feature because this isn't going to open while you're cooking. It actually has to come down to the correct pressure before this can even unlock to open. So we'll open them up, see what's on the inside here. So you can see up here we've got this nice silicone gasket. This is going to help with the seal, and this is removable because if you are cooking food in here, this can start to smell a little bit, but you just easily take this whole thing out and wash it off. And speaking of taking things off, this entire lid will actually come off. So you just kind of tilt it like that, and we've got the whole thing right here. And we'll show you up here, we've got a pressure gauge up here. So this is going to actually keep in the pressure, so you can set it to airtight, and that's when you're going to pressure cook, or you can set it to exhaust. That's when you're going to do a very low pressure cooking, or if you're doing like a steam bath or something in here as well. So, and you'll notice this one's green. It's got a very vibrant color. It also came with this black one. This is for two different elevations. So if you live at a higher elevation above 1,000 feet, you're going to want to use this green one. So where we live in Springfield, Missouri, it's above 1,000 feet, so we're using the green. If you live below that 1,000 foot mark, you're going to want to use this black one. And these are very easy to remove. They just kind of pop in, pop out. So whatever elevation that you live at, you'll want to use the proper one. So be sure to pay close attention to that. So we'll put this back on. And we'll turn him around. Let's take a look at the control interface. So it's very simple. There's not a whole lot of buttons here. There's a lot of abbreviations, so you really want to look in the manual to see what all these abbreviations means. The first button we have up here is WB over steam. So WB stands for water bath. So this is the Smart Canner. This can also do water bath canning. If you didn't want to do pressure canning, or if you had a recipe that called just for a standard water bath like jams or jellies, it can do that as well. Or if you want to steam any foods, like if you want to steam broccoli, rice, whatever you want to do in here, you can also do the steam function. And then we've got the low and high settings here. This is for low pressure and high pressure. So this is where you're actually going to get into pressure canning, and you can set it to low or high, and then you would select time of however long you wanted. So we've got time minus, time plus. If you want a lower time or if you want higher time, you can use those buttons. How intuitive. And then we've got the slow cook function. So like I said, this is a multi-cooker. It doesn't only pressure can. You can also slow cook in here. So if you want like slow cook a pot roast all day long, this doubles as that too. And this is a 9-quart vessel in here. So you can cook a lot of food in here for the entire family. And then we've got the pressure cook function down here. Again, it is a multi-cooker. If you wanted to pressure cook something very fast, like an entire pork roast in 90 minutes, you can do that as well. And then we've got a browning function where it's not going to use any of the pressure settings at all. It's basically going to treat this as a saute skillet. So if you just need to cook up something real quick in the bottom of the pan, you can do that as well. And then a start and stop button. I wonder what that does. It will start your cooking process or stop it. So very simple interface. There's not a whole lot of buttons to get confused about. This LCD will light up with some codes. Like I said, those codes are explained in the manual. And we're going to test this out. We're actually going to can up some pot roast. And we're going to do, basically, it's going to be a meal in a jar. It's going to have beef, carrots, potatoes, onions in the entire jar. And this is actually going to cook the raw beef in the pressure cooker to fully cook beef and preserve it at the same time. Let's try that out. The Carey Smart Canner did an awesome job making our pot roast in a jar. It was really simple to just type in the buttons that I needed and just let it do its thing. So I didn't have to finagle with the temperature settings or anything. It made pressure canning very easy, especially since I've never had to pressure can before. So speaking of canning, if you don't have any of these giant lobster claws to get your hot cans out, we have those on our website. The set that I have here is from Progressive. If you're going to get into canning, I highly recommend investing in one of these. If you have any questions about the Carey Smart Canner, you can leave it in the comments below. Be sure to like this video and to subscribe to Everything Kitchens for more chef reviews and unboxings. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.